Granny-midwives, labor of love. The art of midwifery in America owes much of its affluence to black midwives. Midwifery in America was primarily a tradition amongst black women. Up until the 20th century, when obstetricians and hospitals became the primary location for delivery, granny midwives provided most of the care for poor and rural pregnant women, black and white, throughout the South. Granny midwives were healers trained in their communities, a legacy of slavery but also central to health care during segregation. The terms granny midwife and granny were used to describe traditional black midwives, usually elderly women who were well respected by their community. They attended up to 75% of births in the 1940s in the southern United States. Though the term was used by federal and state governments derogatorily to suggest ignorance, it was also used by midwives themselves and reclaimed from its derogatory meaning to instead imply the wisdom of age, the wisdom of the granny. The granny midwives were well-respected black women from the South who provided care to poor and rural women during pregnancy and labor at a time when hospitals were not accessible to them. They were family counselors, breastfeeding consultants, nutritionists, and advocates. Their skill and knowledge were invaluable and laid the foundation for modern-day midwife. Few physicians, white or black, were willing to attend births for the $2 or $3 per delivery that midwives would accept. Midwives would sometimes be given a chicken as payment or be paid not at all. When birth became medicalized, grannies went from being respected to being persecuted. Newly trained doctors saw them as uneducated and unhygienic. Their role greatly diminished in areas where white male doctors were taken over. But in the poor rural areas and for black women, grannies remained indispensable. Hospitals were still out of reach for the poor in the rural South. Many hospitals refused to treat blacks even to give birth. This led to regulations being set by states to require that midwives, even grannies, receive medical training and licensing. Many grannies were forced out of practice since most were illiterate. Those that got trained continued and set the tone for today's midwives. Long before doctors and hospitals, granny midwives were the powerful force that helped birth America. Until next time, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of future uploads. Thank you for watching.